Happy November 1st. ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is November 1st, and on this day in 1916, Broadway producer and owner Harry Freese and Hugh Ward buy the Major League club Boston Red Sox for only $700,000. Only $700,000. Now, of course, in 1916, that's probably a lot of money. But I thought that was a pretty interesting fact to share with you. Hobby news and chatter. Bots. Cheating or hustling? You tell me. Now, I'm sure a lot of you can call it cheating. I mean, I know I've been cursing bots for the last few years, but I'm starting to wonder. Maybe just somebody's hustling faster than me. Dumb Money Live story about Pokemon and sealed boxes. I know it's Pokemon, but it does have an impact on the hobby. I'll share with you in a moment. Today, if you're not paying attention, Slabstox FC will be on. The week that was in Sports Card from Northeast Ohio. Bargain Bin from Comeback Card Investor, and the Final 5 2019-2020 Basketball Product Preview by yours truly. Be dropping that later this afternoon, evening, probably around dinner time. What did you miss yesterday? Well, brothers breaking brothers in cards. Great video I wanted to share. Hobby Hotline. Hobby Hotline. We'll talk more about that. We did have Roman stop by talking more about bots and monitors and chefs and cooking. First sports card show in 30 years from the personal finance dad. Project 2020 update from CRT Sports Cards. Sports Card Nation Big 100. Congratulations, John. Tua injury breakdown from Sports Card Analytics and the Sports Card PT. Where to buy cards. And Sports Cards Live. Talking Pokemon on Halloween. Let's jump into the content here. So first, let me just spend a quick second here. Not to give away too much information here, I got a link to this bot tutorial, which I thought was pretty interesting. Maybe I shouldn't be sharing this with you, I don't know. But I found it pretty cool that you can see, look, this thing, you can use it for Walmart only. It's got Topps Proxy on there, the CAPTCHA key. What I have heard, though, is there really is no bot for Panini. So for all those people who complain about Panini, the Dutch oven's cooking up some good stuff for them, I guess. Cooking up profits and keeping bots out, so... Anyway, love to hear your comments on bots, and I'll be doing more research in the future. Quick story here on a Dumb Money Live. Don't know if you heard about this, but they did the opening of a $350,000 first edition Pokemon box. Now, from what I understand, they opened the box, and it turned out it was fake. It had been resealed, which I think caused a whole bunch of hubble bubble, right? I mean, that had to be pretty embarrassing to do that on a live stream. They had 177 views for that. They do go out and do a second chance, and there's more story to this than you can get from Sports Card Live last night. But I just thought this was interesting and some takeaways that were brought up in Sports Card Live. Number one, if you're buying a big box and you're opening it, you better do it on video because you want some proof. Whether it's live or not, you probably want some video. And second of all, if you are opening boxes, guys, destroy your boxes or write sold or ripped on them so people don't use those boxes to reseal. I will just say this, there's a lot of money in the hobby. There's also a lot of fraud in the hobby, so please beware. Now let's jump into the content today. So, let me play this real quickly.
I want to go play to the manager. This is Lamar Jackson. Wait, 33 of a 50. What? Thank you, brothers in cards.
Like I say, if you don't love that, man, I don't know what to tell you. I have sons myself. Seeing these boys break cards just warms my freaking heart. I love the energy, enthusiasm. I thought this was a great treat for Halloween to see these guys opening some cards, and I thought I'd share with everybody in my channel. If you haven't already, get over there to Elevate Sports Cards and give these guys a like. We talk about giving back to kids in the hobby. Support kid channels, okay? Give them some love. Give them some thumbs up. It's very difficult. You know, it's like herding cats to get kids to do stuff like this, and I really love this video. So if you get a chance, go out to Elevate and give them a like. Next up, Hobby Hotline. Really excited. I was on here briefly yesterday morning, just to give a quick introduction. I was able to get Roman on. Roman is the gentleman who was on Bench Clear the other day for an interview, and he spent some time on the Hobby Hotline. And I really enjoyed this. It was great hearing him live and answer questions and talk about it. And it was interesting to hear the conversation back. You know, I mean, some of the guys are tech guys. I'm a tech guy as well. And again, bots aren't new to me. How they're being used, I'm not surprised. And I don't think this is going to change. I think, you know, this is kind of the way the world is. What was interesting, Roman mentioned, is that a lot of these guys are coming from sneakers. Not that they're leaving sneakers, they're just adding sports card to another product they can flip. Hey, it's the American way, right? Moving on to the next content provider. First sports card show in 30 years. Really enjoyed this. This is Dustin from Personal Finance Dad. Did a great video visiting his first sports card show in 30 years. He didn't get a lot of video from the show itself, but he had some great stories to share. He was recognized by one of the guys there. Had some great pickups. I really enjoyed listening. He got to take his daughter with him. So if you get a chance, check out Dustin, Personal Finance Dad, and listen to his story about his first show. Big fan of CRT sports cards. I watch this guy every day. He's been kind of guiding me through my Project 2020 journey. Yes, I'm still doing Project 2020. I really enjoyed this episode because he talks about a lot of the other products that are out there. The LA Dodgers, card that was made, I think, by Mr. Cartoon, the Ben Baller set. He just points out that, again, right now it's working for Topps, so they're doing as much as they can. They're leveraging it. And I have to say, I'm going to, again, applaud Topps because I think they do a better job at distribution, a better job of getting information out. I think they're more fair in keeping prices. So I really like this channel, and I love the content coming out of it. So check out Chris over at COT Sports Cards. Let me know, too, if you're in Project 2020. Anybody else still collecting Project 2020? Next up, Sports Card Nation live for his 100th episode. Quick hand, congratulations, John. He's become a good friend of mine in the hobby. Big fan of what John's been doing. And I just bring this up real quickly. I follow a lot of content providers, and I kind of think of John and Drew as kind of the first generation or the first wave of content providers. I mean, you could argue the original OGs are like, Mojo Breaks and Breaker Culture, but, John and Drew have been around for a few years, and before the whole hype, before everybody was building the channel at home during Corona, these guys were building content and really helping lead the way in the hobby. Brody's another one. Young man's been in the hobby for a while. He's been active in nationals. He's been putting content. I don't really know how long his content's been out there, but a big fan. And you don't need to talk about this gentleman right here, Mr. Dr. Beckett. It's just cool to see him on the channel, hearing him, how much he interacts with people. He's always got a very astute way of thinking about things, if that makes sense. I just really love this, the collaboration conversation. And again, congratulations, John. Next up was must watch if you're considering Tua. I'm not going to pronounce the last name. Injury and analytic breakdown. Now, I'll be honest, I really enjoy this channel. I follow both Sports Card PT and Sports Card Analytics, but this video for me was it was okay. Like, I went into it listening like, do you have some new news for me? Something else happened? And I really felt like they were just kind of hyping. I mean, in fact, I'll just tease Jordan here. I just feel like you're trying to hype me with this consider. I mean, here's the way I look at it. I personally don't think there's any good products out in football right now, but Prism's going to be out in a few weeks, and I'm all over Prism Tua cards. I don't care if he gets sacked all day on Sunday tomorrow or today. I'm just really thinking about him in the future, and he's got some amazing skills. So I don't know. I just thought this was kind of it was a very bearish video, which I kind of think about as it's kind of the opposite of a hype video. Instead of hyping it up, it was kind of bearing down on it. But interesting insight. Love your thoughts, your comments. Check out these two gentlemen and tell me what you think. Next up, Comeback Card Investor, great 101 video. Now, I'm a big fan of Slab Stocks 101. If you haven't already checked those out, I recommend checking them out. But I like what Brad did today. He talked about where to buy sports cards and gave, I think, his top 8 places where he buys and sells sports cards. I think primarily buying in this video. And I really enjoyed the conversation. He mentioned some good tips, some good tricks, good stuff. So check it out if you haven't already. And then last but not least, we got right here is Sports Card Live. This is Jeremy with Yamwax and Karn, and they are talking about Pokemon. And I'll be honest, I love Jeremy's show. I talk about it all the time. But this was a really great show because I learned about Pokemon. I could ask some questions. I will say my takeaway from this, it seems cool. Not for me. They say collect what you know, and I don't know Pokemon. And this actually, I think, emphasized to me how much I don't know it, right? And I just don't have the time or really the interest to kind of get into it. And I don't think I want to change my name to, Sports Cards Daily and Pokemon, or Sports Cards and Pokemon Daily. But anyway, I really enjoyed the episode, really enjoyed the content and what these gentlemen were talking about. So check it out if you haven't already. I do recommend coming and listening. In the beginning of this, they talk about the story that I was talking about earlier with the whole Dumb Money Live thing. Karn was actually involved and helped them get the second box. But really, really interesting story. And again, they gave the tips about how, make sure you open big boxes on live streams. Rip the boxes that you have so they can't be resealed, or write on them or something like that. So great day in the hobby. Really enjoyed everything going on. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, enjoying football. Enjoy November 1st. Fall's in full effect here in North America. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.